yesterday?
Yeah. Nice.
They said the hard sections are almost. They said the hard sections are almost impassable.
They're not friendly. We're gonna go around them.
Good.
I'm not gonna do it anyway.
Good.
I already did that yesterday and I fell off. You okay? Okay. Hey! I don't know if Dan's still down there. He went that way, I think. He was sitting there reading the sign. I was like, man, I just do this. It's not for me today. I'm gonna go check. Well, it's kind of deep in, but yeah.
See what it's like before we...
Well, the guy I was just riding with, he decided to go, and he hadn't come out yet, so I don't know if he...
We've been watching a couple of guys who came right up.
He came right up? Okay, well, I don't know where he is then. He couldn't have slipped by me, I was thinking I did, so what did he ride? 300 XW.
A couple guys, but they don't come out this way. That bad.
Oh, he came. Oh,
yeah, they go that way. They have it trails off each way, so they don't see what's in it.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so they're just going straight across.
Yeah, so you can block that spot and then maybe.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't cut off much.
We'll do it next time when we go through. So.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't cut off, but just like right here and here and back.
Yeah.
So.
That's
okay.
where you're supposed to go, right? Come back this way.
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to come out by the pig pen and.
Right here. Yeah. There's ribbons there.
Yeah,
the ribbons are there, but they're not following them. People just shoot through it.
Well, there was a lot of ambiguities on this trail. This was probably one that we didn't figure out yet. So.
Yeah, Jack.
Hi. I've already had to turn around twice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I took the wrong way and
there's a couple of spots where you see the trail go and then it's been burned in, but the ribbon is maybe going straight.
Yeah.
So you kind of naturally want to go.
Yeah, that fooled me. You're just following the burned trail.
Yep. That's some of the stuff we encountered yesterday. Going like, we're coming into a berm, we're cutting out in the middle of a berm. I said nobody's going to figure this out, but that's how it all came together. So we had to deal with it. Yeah. Oh well. Well, you're gonna go do that one?
Okay. Rest, drink
not
up.
that bad.
Could you just see it from right there?
Yeah, we watch people go.
Yeah. I normally would. I couldn't believe I shot off like I did.
You just have to go right at it.
Well, I did. But at the time, we were stopped at the time because we were figuring out how we were going to ribbon it and stuff.
Yeah.
I was kind of at the bottom, and I didn't have a running start.
Because there's a little mud puddle.
That was
as long as you scale that through, then you're good.
Yesterday was a bigger mud puddle, so I was just like, oh man, and I hit. When I got traction, I just went off to the left. So that extra little trail is mine.
Yeah, I can see if your front tire just gets off of the groove, then you're...
Yeah, because it kind of casts off
the
right
top
there.
is too little where people are getting stuck and burning it out, so it's like a boom, boom, you know.
So it's probably like this instead of like this now.
Yeah, it's got...
Your lights on. Oh, thanks.
You guys know each other?
No, I'm Jack.
Stuart Watson.
Stuart and Jack Hines.
Oh, yeah. George.
Heard about you. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All the bad
Everybody's on the email list here, so that's
And you're
George.
George.
yeah. Did I meet you at Hidden Falls, or did I meet you? Oh, when you bought a bike. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I actually
borrowed your bike
years ago. Yeah.
It was very nice of you.
Oh, hey. You know, I sold that bike, and then the guy was calling up and complaining. I said, and I'd gotten something else I didn't like. I said, you know what? I'll buy it back from you right now. He's like, no, I don't want to sell it. I said, well, I don't mind buying it back. I said, he just had a question. I was like, because I bought something else, and it was terrible.
Oh, that was a good bike. It's just for wood, it's a motocross.
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah, I think when I finally rode a KTM, I just went, Oh my God.
It's a hard one. This way you go.
It's hard to go back. A trail bike, you know.
This little trail right here, people aren't doing it.
Okay.
It's like it's all beat in. They're coming out, and then they're going, oh.
The hard one and the soft line.
The
both
harder
come into
was
that?
supposed to come in right here
Yeah,
and then
supposed
merge
to come
right
out,
there.
but I mean, you really converge just right over there.
Okay,
Go-
I don't want to cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of how it's supposed to go. After you come up that hill,
We'll
look
block
for the
it
ribbons
next
to
time
the
we come.
left.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then nobody's been on it there.
but
but
come down
I
and
was
let
on that
people
one,
know.
and I came around
Like
like
it's-
that.
over here, I was like, what?
You come right behind this little metal thing
Yeah.
right
Okay.
here, and it comes out.
Thank you. And if y'all
You're
want-
only cutting out about 12 seconds, so just leave it like it is. You know, that way there's not a merge problem either. So I think you can go either way with it. So.
It does merge into this one, right?
Yeah,
The
right
easy-
Yeah, it just comes right
The
here.
merge right
This
here.
is the easy lap.
That little sign right there says merge.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
And it's still not supposed to come out there. I know. It's tricky.
You gotta be able to see
He must have gotten way ahead of us. I thought I was waiting here for him to come out, but he went straight across.
Oh, he went like those other guys.
Yeah, so actually he's way back at the place. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna finish up.
Yeah.
See y'all in a bit.
See you at the stand. It's a trail with lots of surprises,
Yeah.
especially for your first lap.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on about my 4th lap, and it's still surprising. So.